ready for the second physical gesture, or the touch release that the students learn in Unit 8 called the tissue box. So in the tissue box, the sound is ethereal, wispy, pianissimo, and we get this sound by releasing slowly off of the keys, wrist first, and then coming up. All right, so this lovely tissue box touch release, we can tell our students what happens if you listen to something so beautiful, like a Chopin work, and you get teary-eyed, so you have to go to the tissue box and pull tissue from the box. So we want to make sure that our students don't move their elbows up, because that looks really hilarious and it's uncomfortable, but let's just have the students lift or roll up. So it's different than the drip, drop, roll motion. The drip, drop, roll motion goes forward, but the tissue box comes up. And I like this motion because it's just as far as how you would have to pull a tissue from a box. It's not something that just keeps floating way up into the sky. So here the students can either use the pedal, or you can use the pedal for them if they're too small, and have them use the drip, drop, roll motion. Go even quieter, and they'll notice that the drip, drop, roll motion would be like this, which is too hilarious. So why don't we use a tissue box motion instead? So straight up. Oh my goodness. So imagine pulling tissue from a tissue box, and then this sound effect, remember, comes from feeling like we're quietly and gently pulling tissue from a tissue box. Whoa. And the musicality girl asks, can you tell your teacher about the sound you make? Right? And our students will say, oh, it's so quiet, it's so beautiful. And even students that are kind of edgy and nervous at the piano or overly shy, my goodness, that puts them in a kind of a very peaceful and tranquil state. Steps D, E, F. So students are learning patterns of those 3 keys. So ringing the bells is a perfect way for students at the end of the piece to use that tissue box. Whoa. Isn't that nice? And they're also reviewing the dotted half notes with 3 beats. So I just want to remind you that these touch releases release tension in the arm. They enable the performer to play with physical freedom. These emotions create a desired sound, and each motion in the body creates a different sound, and touch releases can create the articulations written in the music. Students can learn how to shape phrases beautifully, and they really listen to what they are playing. On page 46 and 47, My Friend and Winter Breeze. Oh, these are a wonderful pair of pieces. Here the students are reviewing seconds, they're reviewing the dotted half note, and they're reviewing their guide notes. And Winter Breeze. Students are reviewing the B in the bass clef below middle C. Ah, that's such a wonderful piece by Marlais. Good, good, good. All right, now we're ready for Unit 9.